Hey, it's your girl KV coming to you late, but with Real Housewives of Potomac episodes 5 and 6. And yeah, I've been on vacation, y'all. Let me just give y'all a little life stuff. We went down to Huntsville, Alabama to go to a podcast show, one of my favorite podcasts, Cocktails, Dirty Discussions with Kiki and Medina Monroe. We went down there for their live show, and of course while we were there we had to go to Black, so I was like we were gonna hang out with them and every, like the people in VIP at the show later on, like find another spot, but in the meantime I was like, well, let's go to Black, let's go grab a drink at Black to see if Marceau or Tisha down there. As soon as we walk in, he like, shit, there you go right there. We just bust out laughing. So we got a picture with Marceau, and I don't know what happened, y'all. As soon as I got to Huntsville, I started talking like them. I started talking about Tisha, talking like Tisha down to the event, and Marceau, and can we get a picture down to the event? We just left the event down there, stand up. Like, a mess, y'all, but it was a good little time. And we went to go see Wakanda Forever while we was out there, because that premiered that weekend, so it was like, might as well get it on out the way while the grandma was the baby back in Memphis, and had a good little time. The drinks at Black were really good, but the wait time to get the drinks was insane. Like, it was ridiculous. It wasn't even full. It was a Thursday night, mind you. So somebody down in Huntsville, y'all need to get them people staffed. They need to do something. But yeah, so here I am, back home, back to the regular daily. So got this scarf up on my head, child. I feel like how they say Doja Cat throw her wig up and just catch it in the air. I feel like that's what I did with my scarf today, y'all. But I get my hair done in a couple days, and I'm working out for up until then, so wasn't no point in doing nothing to it. But anyway, just a little update on why it's late. We're getting to the episode. So the episode starts out with Ashley going over to Candace's house. And it was cute to the untrained eye, because if you remember how it started on the show, of course, Candace was technically Ashley's friend. They were both in the pageant world. They were both the young girls. She brought her in, and Candace and Monique got really cool, and, you know, Candace kissed Green-Eyed Bandit's ass enough to, you know, stay aboard. So we have these love-hate relationships with Candace as the seasons go along. I'm on the love train this season, y'all. I'm on the love train. So she just be being silly. She be being too trusting. She's so much in a good space that she just has these rose-colored glasses, that she thinks that these people around her have good intentions because they've been around her. And that is just not the case, girl. Don't you ever trust Giselle Bryant in your life, child. I don't even understand. But anywho, Ashley is over here, and she's talking about how they have fun. Candace said, Ashley and I have fun when she chooses not to be a hoe. So crazy. Just silly as hell. So they have a good little time, and they talking about the babies. Candace had to cancel her IVF. She's like, I had to cancel my IVF because of this group, child. This group ain't comforting me. And then they talk about Ashley's in this divorce, non-divorce. And then Candace says that she heard that Ashley had been dating some hockey player. And I think they said she's actually dating the guy now. She's like, oh, we were just on, you know, meeting or whatever. She falls out on the floor laughing, doing all the extraness. So to deflect from her divorce and her new man, she's like, well, you know, the streets talk about everybody. You know, I've heard something about everybody. I've heard some things about Karen. And Candace foolishly takes the bait and just, oh yeah, girl, brings up the whole blue eyes, Cherise, from a whole, you know, Cherise claimed blue eyes things from a few years ago, which I knew that was going to be a storyline, because they had Karen in their nail salon. You know, like, you said I could have eye candy, right? You said I could have eye candy. He was like, as long as it stay candy. And I'm like, candy? Okay, we're going to see what that means. But yeah, Karen probably got her some little side, so whatever. So next we get to Mia and her husband G. blah, blah, blah. Oh, where's the table runner? We don't eat centerpieces in this family. And then they talking about opening a new clinic, and the children, the daughter, she is screaming like a maniac, y'all. Oh my goodness. My child do that sometimes, and she not even that big yet, and I just need to be able to say, go outside. Go outside. Go outside with that. So I'm literally trying to get a little play yard together because I can't deal. Anywho, she talking about opening up the new clinic, and she's ready to take a break. And then G's like, so yeah, what about your health? And Mia, what about it? Yeah, girl, that's what we want to know. What about it? You dropped everything on us saying that, oh my gosh, I had to go to the cancer center to get checked out. Da, 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 da. You're not going to give us a follow-up? We just have to wonder if you got cancer? Like, yeah, we're not, obligated. You're not obligated to give us that information. But if you going to start, why not finish, girl? Like, it just gives attention seeking, as most things that Mia does. So, yeah. So next they're talking about Miami, and she comes up, oh yeah, last time, I was in Miami and G crashed a girls trip, and yeah, that was when he was happily married to his last wife. It sounds like Mia had G as a regular client, whatever club she was working at. She saw him after hours, put it down, got her little money here and there while this man was married. He found out she was in Miami. He said, hold up now, what you doing in Miami? You better not be out there with some oldie, is what I feel like. Came down there, smashed on Mia and Jacqueline. Am I right or am I wrong? Then the funniest part about this conversation is Mia, since that was the story of the last time of Miami, she's asking like, okay, so what can I do? What are you trying to do in Miami that your husband wouldn't know you doing? Like, I'm sure he know that she probably smashed on Jacqueline here and there, but to ask him what can't she do, I was just like, is she trying to go make some money while she Do Mia got old client, whoever she was going to see the last time she was in Miami? It's probably still in Miami. So with that, what can I do? What y'all think? Am I tripping? Am I doing too much? So next we get Giselle and her girls. Giselle's getting a pedicure. Her girls are getting their manicures. They're getting their hands done. And on schedule, Giselle's children are always disgusted or chastising her about something. Giselle sits down, the lady puts the towel down for her feet. Giselle looks around to make sure the lady leaves, picks up the towel and dabs it on her face. Dabs it on her face like, I feel like my face was oily. I feel like I was shiny. Like, that is a feet towel, girl. Why would you put a feet towel on your face? Like, it's not your towel, hey. And it's a feet towel. If anything, I would have been like, could you give me a napkin? Could you give me a napkin and some wine? I'm not gonna put the foot towel on my face. But Giselle's children absolutely always, without a doubt and hesitation, put her in her place and let her know when she's being ridiculous, disgusting, or just tacky. They will let her know. So this is just pretty much, her with her girls. The twins are about to turn 16. They had this cute little photo shoot, and she's throwing them a big little party. And I'm sure the party's going to be cute, because even though Giselle had the reasonably shady event in her driveway, it was an event, It was decor. It was everything. It just was in her driveway. She had food. She had the bartender. She had seating. She had the tenting and all that stuff. It was just in a driveway. And them girls not going to let her put no party in the driveway or nothing as tacky as that. So I got faith that the girls' party is going to be good. They keep Giselle in line. So she's doing the most. She wants to give a speech at the birthday party. They're like, absolutely not, girl. Going on with that. And yeah, that's really it with that scene. So next, Robin sees the family lawyer, y'all. She's trying to see about this prenup. And Now, with current day news, with Juan being tied up, so Juan is tied up in some situation at the school he coaching at, where some student got catfished and sexually assaulted or blackmailed, like with some pictures and stuff like that. Spread them around the school, spread them around the team or whatnot. Somebody came to Juan with it, and Juan was like, "That ain't none of my business." Maybe, I don't know. I haven't really dug deep into the story, but I've seen a couple of headlines. So now I'm wondering, was you trying to keep him from getting that? Like, you was trying to keep if he got tied up in a lawsuit with something and he got to pay somebody some money because some scholarships got taken and this person need to go to school if he ends up being responsible. She don't want to be tied to it and she just don't want to give her money up. No way, honey. And I really want to know who makes more money. Like, how much do college basketball coaches make versus Robin and Giselle? They got reasonably shady. And what else she got? She got her hat line. Do her hats be selling like that? She got a warehouse and all this, so somebody got to be buying them hats. But yeah, Robin goes to the family lawyer to make sure her funds are protected. And can she get a infidelity clause in there? And the lady's like, if you want an infidelity clause, girl, you create the document, so you write it on down. And do he know you here? She like, yeah, he know I'm here. And he just told me, write down what's important, yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. So next we got this scene where Karen has invited Ashley and Wendy tulip picking. Now, mind you, she come out there and it's freezing cold. So the fact that she would pick an event that's outdoors and freezing cold, that she know it's freezing cold, what's going on, Karen? So Ashley gets there. She wants a blanket. She is far, far too cold to even function at this point. And Karen gets to asking her about Michael's vasectomy, and now Ashley acts like she don't care. At first, she was like, "Oh, we'll never have any more children." Da, da, da. Duh, you're divorcing him. You're not supposed to have no children with this man. No more children with this man. Just get paid for the ones you got, girl. You snooze, you lose, child. So next, Wendy gets there, and what cracks me up is Wendy is not fazed by the cold at all. Wendy's just like, yeah. And Ashley over there with a blanket, and Karen, "Oh, I just ruined my outfit with this sweater. It's so cold." And Wendy's just like, girl, that's cute. And so Wendy's talking about inviting everybody to this burn session and sending out the text. And Ashley's like, "Well, don't you think you should send, individual text so you can kind of customize what you want to say to each person?" Wendy's like, "No." Ashley is just so set on Wendy should kiss Giselle and Robin's butt, the green-eyed bandit should be all up in their ass like she is, and they just not for that. She's just not for that. Wendy's not the one, girlfriend. And this next scene cracked me up, y'all. It's Candace, her sister Crystal, and Chris. Candace, Chris, and Crystal. So they all sitting around having a little wine and tea time, and Candace is really excited because she is re-releasing her album and adding a few new songs, and Trina is gonna be on one of the songs and in the video. So the sister was like, "Who's Trina?" And Chris was like, "You don't know who the baddest bee is?" Chris was offended, and so was I, Chris. So was I. So I'm wondering how old Candace's sister is, because I guess my age group, I'm like the last of the 80s babies. My age group is that last that was really like on Trina. And then anybody under that, they probably wouldn't know who Trina is like that. Like if you play the song, they probably be like, "Oh, okay." So Crystal probably be like 27 or something like that. Too young for Trina. Too young for Trina, child. So next, Chris excuses himself when they start talking about Wendy and this invitation to the burn party and all this other stuff, yada yada yada, blah blah blah. Chris don't care, and neither do we. So next we see Wendy and Ashley on the way to the burn session together in one car, and Wendy sent a Sprinter for everybody else. And I'm wondering how far this winery was, because It seemed like it was pretty darn far. So she's telling her about her kidney stones. She's got kidney stones, and she's telling Ashley, oh, I don't really want to drink a whole lot of water when I'm on the go because I don't want to have to constantly use the restroom. And yes, I understand, but when do you know you got to take care of your health, especially when you're running as much as you do, child. So they on the way there, and they talking on the other car, they talking about how they didn't really want to go. Nobody replied to the text message apparently, and Robin especially didn't want to go. She is, gonna be the one yelling at her. We saw that in the previews, that she was fussing at her, yelling at her like she crazy, child. What's next? So they get there and they play this burn game. You can write down on a piece of paper what your problem is with the person or whatever, or you can say something constructive. Messy is pretty much the same thing that happened at Love and Marriage Huntsville this past week or the week before that. What I meant, what I said, what you heard, pretty much that same ordeal. Like, come on, production, get more creative than this. What in the low budget pillow talk is y'all trying to give us? Anyway, the game goes terribly as expected. Robin acts like she didn't get up and get all up in Wendy's face, and Charisse didn't have to hold her back. Now, granted, it wasn't like, I don't think Robin was gonna hit Wendy, but you did come up in my face. All you coming up on me aggressively while I'm sitting down like, child, calm down. Charisse did have to get up and hold you back and make sure you didn't get too close to this girl, because that's enough to get popped if you get too close. If you get within arm's reach and you was sitting across the room, yeah, you can get popped. I don't care. Is that the Memphis in me? I don't care. I don't care. So she calls Charisse. Robin calls Charisse, and Charisse lies and say, no, I didn't have to touch you. I didn't have to hold you back from hitting her, which was a lie. We all saw that it was a lie. It was a lie. It was all lies. She lied to us, you guys. And then, in real time, she gets on Twitter saying, well, what I was saying was I wasn't holding her back from hitting her. I was just holding her back because she was standing up, but she wasn't going to hit her. But you said you didn't touch the girl, so which is it, Charisse? Charisse is just so, she make my flesh crawl. She's just so, why are you here? Why is you here? In my Jocelyn Hernandez voice, honey. Bye. So anyway, Ashley still coming at Candace, trying to triple down on Chris being creepy. Oh, he tried to talk to my friend and ask for her number. And I'm sorry, y'all. Not to say that looks is everything. He could have liked the girl body or liked anything about her. I don't put nothing past nobody in reality, but I just don't believe that Chris was going to go for Deborah when Candace is his woman. And that's all I'm going to say. Especially in an event where the cameras are there. Everyone is there. All of her friends. This is your wife's friend. Of all the women in the world, if you're going to creep, which I don't think Chris is, why would it be with somebody in your wife's friend circle? So, yeah, they doing the most, and I don't blame Candace in her comeback. Like, okay, we want to talk about husbands? It was giving white chicks, oh, we want to talk about mothers? We want to talk about mothers? Candace said, oh, we want to talk about husbands? See, I was trying to be nice, but if we want to talk about husbands, let's talk about how your husband would like to go down to such and such house to to talking to the mic, to blowing to the mic, y'all. And Ashley said, Ashley's face was, oh my God, that is a name I've seen in his phone. Was it just me? Ashley's face gave, he told me that was his stylist. And Karen's face, face, y'all. That's how good Karen's face was, to the point where I don't know if it was sheer disgust or if it was disgust mixed with, oh damn, I heard that too. She wasn't supposed to say nothing about that. Y'all, I was so weak, and Ashley could barely say anything, and then she just goes to tripling back down on, oh yeah, well, your husband's creepy and maybe you should check him and this, that, and the third. If my husband was this and that and yada yada yada. Girl, but at that point everybody was done. Everybody was like, listen. Ashley said, oh, it doesn't feel good, huh? The pendulum always swings both ways. It swings both ways. She said, no ma'am, we know Jesus over here. We know Jesus over here. My husband ain't over here squeezing other men's booties and some men. He ain't over here blowing into nobody's mics and squeezing on their booties, y'all. My marriage knows Jesus. Don't play with me. The pendulum ain't swinging nowhere over here, honey. Doesn't feel good, huh? Doesn't feel good. And that's when Candace was like, it just all became, those rose-colored glasses, they became black, honey. They became red and black with rage, honey. She said, you are a vindictive little bee. She started going in, baby, which is true. Ashley been waiting for a moment to knock Candace down a few pegs, if you will. Candace is everything Ashley wishes that she could be and have. And before, like, all the way down to the upbringing. Ashley, your mama had to let you live with your family or other people, let your grandma raise you because she was living under a bridge with a man on drugs. Meanwhile, Candace's mama, is crazy and controlling as she may be, gave her the wonders and the lavish things in life. Candace ain't had to worry about nothing. So much so that when Candace graduated, her mama went half on the house with her, so she didn't have to sell her body to some old sleazy man to get nothing in life. She didn't. She didn't have to pay her mama bills. Ashley got to pay her mama bills. Michael is an investment. Michael was taking care of Ashley and, what's that lady's name? I can't even think of her name right now. But and her mama. Down to the marriage. Candace and Chris, they crazy together. They crazy match. Yeah, people like to say, oh, they're going to be divorced soon. They talk so harsh at each other. Some people are like that. And if you meet somebody that's like that along the same lines as you, it could probably work. It could probably work. So here's that. Here's their loving marriage. He ain't cheating on her. Ain't no rumors that y'all just spreading for the fun of it out here about Chris. Down to the music career. Y'all remember Coffee and Love Tastes Best When Hot? Y'all remember that little song Ashley did performing at her little restaurant, child, struggling for that little music career. And here comes Candace blowing it through the waters, baby. On a tour, Anita Baker saying, woo, this girl is the next, you better listen to her. She got the pipes, baby. Ashley is very jealous and envious of Candace. So, yeah, she want to be her friend because in this moment, how can you not? Candace is real nice to everybody. She real likable. Everything going good in her life. She done put her mom to the side. Her mama ain't controlling her house no more. So she ain't beefing with her mama as much. She can put her on over there and be happy in her bubble. And Candace is jealous of that. So, well, here goes this tea, and I'm going to add it on. And yeah, it don't feel good, do it? Yeah. Girl, don't ever trust her again in your life, Candace. Don't trust none of these girls. Like I said, Candace needs to go. Candace, just go on tour, honey. The only time you need to be on the next season is send them some tickets to your show and then have them spend like that into 3 episodes that you can be on, and they out there and wherever your little city is, and you just make it a girls trip. But we don't need you with these no talent having women no more, okay? We don't. Like Wendy, she got some talent and some accolades and stuff, but these other ones, you can just go, Candace. Leave them.